The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned.
That used to be a thing. You could only use like your phone plans, right? Where it's like, yeah, you can only use this amount.
Yeah, I mean, I remember there was the thing like back in the day in the 90s when if you connected like in the afternoon, for example, it was cheaper and stuff like that.
See, not that bad. I always had just like flat data rate. So like we had, I think it was 400 gigs every month. And that's all we could use for the entire month.
I remember that though, Lluis. We also had that.
Remember
like
when a gig was to be a lot?
A gig used to be like that was like a big server computer.
I mean, I used to save all my schoolwork in a like 34 mega like cassette thing.
Mm-hmm.
I saved
That's
all my
how old I am.
on a the smaller floppy disk, not the 3.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to save. Oh my god, that was like 2004, 2005.
Mm-hmm. That's almost 20 years.
Yeah, Alien vs Predator just got out, and I was like, just not old enough to watch it, so I watched it anyway.
That's how you do it.
Yeah,
as is tradition.
It's the best way to watch something like just when you cannot, but like yeah, like I mean, I can surely.
Well, anyway, we're live. So hey, everybody.
Hello.
After fixing the windows that I accidentally flipped, welcome back to Rime the Frostmaiden, where we're on Fight in the Fort Sunblight Part 5. I think.
Sure. Yeah,
I
think
have no
so.
clue. I think so.
I think part 5.
AKA, we're 5 sessions into the group storming into Drugar Fortress and being in non-stop combat for 5 seconds. So, I put in the Zoom chat for them the initiative, because we've kept it the same. Might as well say it out loud to everybody, in case you're not watching these back to back. I'm going to go Liliana, Valgg, Prism, Periwinkle, the enemies, Drugar, Elena, Dr. River, and then Andrew. So
Also, Sky, don't forget to put up the tweet.
Oh yeah. Why don't we continue talking about internet while I'm totally not doing it?
Everything sounds like a plan.
I remember when, I mean, this is a common like millennial thing, I guess. Is I remember when I couldn't be on the internet. My parents used.
Oh yeah.
I had to deal with that
too.
I had to deal with that like 2 years ago. Fun fact, because not in an actual place I lived in. It was my family owned a farm, and they only had dial-up there.
Yeah, and that was before the MSN and everything. So like, telephone was the way to chat. Like, there was no other option.
Back in my day, we had IRC and we liked it.
I mean, I think it's still awesome, but it's essentially texting. Let's see.
Yeah, I had we had like only we didn't even get wireless at my place till like I graduated at grade school, so grade 8 for the Americans. After I always remember that. Yeah, you guys have middle school too. So yeah, grade 8, I got that. You know how like everyone gets their graduation gift and it's like, oh, here's a nice watch, or here's like, this thing. I got a wireless modem for mine because I didn't care about a watch. I just wanted fucking wireless internet.
Right.
Okay. Well, since we're back, does anybody want to fill in like what's been going on combat wise?
Up, down, just for Perry though.
Pretty much.
I have gone down 4 times.
That was 3.
Well, I'm about to go down the 4th, so I just decided I was going to count it anyway.
Like to reference the song "Staying Alive."
If we had a bard, that'd be perfect.
I'd recommend this. I recommend the song I got knocked down.
Yeah, I was gonna say I recommend the song I got knocked down too. So I feel like it's
mean,
particularly pertinent.
keep the thing staying alive because that's pretty much what CPR is. So,
I mean, that's the thing you're supposed to use for CPR. So
I believe most of everybody has moved further out of the forge area, and you moved into a much bigger area that seems to be linked to a bunch of cave systems. And there was big fancy double doors that were all ornate stuff. And it got burst open, and coming out of it was Zardarok Sunblight, the Drugar Lord, who is running this place. He has a gauntlet, a spiked gauntlet that's made of Chardolin. He's currently enlarged. He looks like a very evil Santa Claus. He's got a big white beard. He's got a Chardolin crown, a big fur coat, iron boots. Now, very dwarven. Yes. And he's come out with a few of his guards. I believe he said something like, fucking surface dwellers, dwarven. I'm trying to remember, I think Prism is the only one not in this room. They're still back in the fort.
I think I was hiding close to the entrance. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I could
you were,
peek
like,
around and
Plugging on the wall.
yeah.
And Valgg picked up Perry. Ran Perry over here at one point.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
in the mouth of the thing.
Oh, the Umber Hulk.
Umber Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that permanent scar now.
Yeah, my half of my horn is gone.
Nice.
Only half his
It
horn.
makes you look tougher.
I don't know, maybe the other half will leave by the time this is over.
Maybe it'll just be no horns.
That would
Call
be
you Stubbs.
scary. That'd be the equivalent of like chopping off an elf's ears. You know, it'd be very off.
Yeah.
I have seen it on a few. It actually looks pretty cool on some of them.
I mean, Hellboy pulls it off pretty well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh boy.
That's true. But first, got Liliana. So Liliana, you are. Oh yeah, each one of these tiles is. Yeah. On the map that is pinned in Discord. You guys are like in between X16, X23, specifically those numbers on the map. And he just came out from X18 with 3 other Drugar. 2 of them enlarged with crossbows, and another one not enlarged.
And they look like they're gonna just try and shoot us, right? I assume.
Yeah.
Well,
It would be well within 30 feet. I know your movement's probably faster.
actually, it isn't. My movement is exactly still 30 feet, but I can bonus action dash.
I'll say that's their distance because they'd be at the door. You can see that it's further in. It seems to be a hallway that leads even further inwards to a bigger room.
Sorry, I'm just trying to. I forgot to grab my dice for this, so trying to find the ones I had for it. Nope.
Can't quite see all the way into that room because I think the only light in this place comes from like coals and braziers that heat up the place and give off low light, except for the forge area. The forge area, you guys had lighting just because the forge is bright.
Yeah, the forge is lit. AF. All right, well. Might as well go out swinging. Liliana's charging toward at him.
At him?
And at boss, yes.
Okay.
And you know what? I've been saving this for a rainy day, and I think this is the perfect time to spend it. I'm going to spend my inspiration for advantage.
All right. He uses Overwatch. Or hammer joke.
Hey.
Sorry, folks.
Well, that's a nat 20.
Hey, and guess who?
That's
has
what
the-
I was fishing.
guess
That's
who's
what I was
the-
fishing for. Crit table up.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I'm like, I can blow inspiration and see if I can just do some massive damage. 94.
Well, that's probably will. Is your weapon magic?
It is not.
Damn. Okay, then it's normal.
Yeah, you've given us
Okay.
no magical weapons yet.
Oh, sorry.
So, but I still do the double rolled dice on it.
Mhm.
All right, I always like to make sure.
Yeah, technically in Xanathar's Lost Notes and everything else, you replace that with the crit table, but I like to just put them both together because whatever, the enemies also get the same.
Well, and also to add to that too, you get a situation like this where, yeah, you don't have a magical weapon, so then you don't get the crit and you lose out on bonus damage.
Mhm.
Where is my other D8? This is very happy rogue noises. Yeah, that's a pretty good start. That's 41 damage.
All right, I need a dex save
Deck save.
as you
All right.
stab him.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay, you as you stab him in the chest, like Sekiro when you hit like the first hit health bar, and he like just barely in time makes it so you don't hit a super vital spot, but you still are gonna hit and do really good regardless. He's able to shove you out of the way as black flames seem to appear underneath where you were standing, making you jump back a little bit. That's the dex save, and you only take 8 fire damage.
Oh, I'll uncanny dodge that one and take 4 from that.
Nice.
Mainly because I have to, because I'd be unconscious if I didn't.
Oof. And anything else in your turn? That looks like it really hurt. Like he's not bloodied or anything, but it was definitely a
Question
good
for
stab.
you. The other guys, are they like on his side or are they spaced out?
They're maybe 5 feet apart from each other because there's 2 large size ones with crossbows, ogre size ones. He's also ogre size in the middle, and then there's a normal size one with his shield and weapon.
The question is, can I back out without the other ones provoking attack? He can't provoke attack, but
He already used his reaction, so
I know he can't anyways, even if he wanted to.
I would say you can.
I can or can't.
And because they are
Okay.
wielding heavy crossbows.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna.
Well, they could
use-
attempt to punch you.
Yeah.
Or
Oh
unarmed
well.
strike. Would you be fine if they attempted that?
Honestly, I have to be. I'm
They're
kind of
not
forced
monks.
into that. Yeah. Well, and also the big one too, being from. Unfortunately, I have no movement unless I use my bonus action. So. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna say one of them within provoke.
Mhm.
So they are just gonna like as a reaction try to kick you, I guess, because they're technically bigger
Mhm.
than you, right? Do the like Space Marine / Spartan front kick, aim to the chest. Is what they attempt to do, and of course I rolled really high. A 23 would hit.
100%.
Luckily, the large size doesn't actually add damage to that, so you take 3 damage.
3 bludgeoning. I am just alive.
And both of them aim their large size crossbows at you. Heavy crossbow.
Yeah, I'm dipping. I'm running around. So they're at like the door, right?
Yes. Like where that the double door is going into X16, where they're at.
All right, I'm getting around. I'm getting to cover.
You use 30 foot of movement, so
Yep. I'm using my bonus action for the other 30.
Okay, where are you going for cover? Because you got a few options. Do you
Let
run
me-
out of the door back into the forge area? Do you go around one of the sides and use like the arrow slit to cover?
I'll move to closer to the group and probably out because that's a safe bet. And Liliana is just absolutely just soaked in blood.
Okay. So you know the door, the double doors that look diagonal for the X23.
Mhm.
You know that
I should
the
pull that.
south corner of the wall in there in the forge. Do you think it would be safe to say you're like there?
Sorry, I'm pulling up the big screen picture of it. There it is. Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So then, after you, it is Valgg. Liliana looks like she barely survived that daring maneuver.
Okay, so there's these 4 ones, like the 3 big ones and the not big one.
3 big ones, including our the boss man, is one of the 3 big ones.
Yeah,
Boss man, 2 big guys with heavy crossbows, and a normal size.
a normal size one.
Is Big Ugly still alive?
Very much.
That's what I thought.
Probably looks like I punched him pretty hard, hit him pretty hard. But
He's bleeding. He's clearly bleeding in his side where she stabbed him.
No,
And that's the. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt there. I wasn't talking about the big dwarf. I was talking about the beast thing that we were
That's
fighting.
what I
Oh,
was
he's
just about to
gone.
ask.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
You trampled
on
him
the
to death.
ground, dead. It's been.
Oh.
Yeah, I
crushed
say
by
you
bullets.
trampled him last session.
Oh yeah, that like
That's why you have Perry on your
oh,
on your with you because you.
yeah, it's flashing
rescued
back to
her.
me right now. Oh. I have to play characters with short time memory or something like that.
We've,
It's been a while.
it's been
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Okay, and these are the only 4 things alive, right? Like there's no surprise. Well,
I mean,
if it's a
Yeah,
surprise,
as far
it's a
as we
surprise.
know.
you know there's still plenty of Drugar in the forge area that were in like the towers and stuff. And
Okay,
Andrew was in there and he seemed to be trying to distract. So you're thinking, I mean, they're not like an immediate.
Okay, and Liliana went through like X.
So she went back
Back.
into the forge area.
And that's where the other Durgar are.
Yeah, but they are like
Distracted.
they are.
No.
There's barely any left, and they're quite distracted.
Okay, I will use my action to dodge because I'm not doing great. And then I will charge at the big guy.
Okay, if you charge any of the 3 big ones, you're gonna provoke from. Actually, he used his reaction. One of the other guys used his reaction. You would have one other guy who could try an unarmed strike.
I mean,
you as you charge.
Charging.
Are they in front?
I was
of
gonna say
them?
you
They're side by
not even-
side to each other.
They only
Then I
get
can
attack
provoke,
of
right?
They only get attack of opportunity if they leave, not if they enter.
You are
Yeah.
right. My bad.
I say this isn't 3.5.
Yes, I keep.
Hey, wait,
forgetting.
Otherwise, yeah, fighting combat would be way more punishing in 5e if you could do that was the
Yeah.
case.
So you're gonna charge the guy with the crown.
Yes, and I will attack with the hooby hooves. Because like I use my action to dodge.
Alright.
Because I anticipate trouble.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be trouble. As someone who got hit for almost all her remaining life. Granted, I say that as if I got hit for a ton of damage. I didn't get hit for a lot.
So I roll, and the die disappeared from the screen. So let me figure it out.
It yeeted
should
itself
show-
for you.
It should show the result.
I think-
in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, no, but I think my entire D&D Beyond. Okay, you're right. 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
Okay. So that's
Don't forget you're enlarged.
right. Right.
You're enlarged and in charge.
That gives him
+4.
D4 on damage, extra D4.
So that's 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I'm right there in front of them.
All right.
That's all I'm doing.
Is this all they have to offer? He says. They did not deserve to survive as long as they have. Taking these towns easier than you definitely heard him, and he seems to be talking big.
Talking
I
what?
think the only one that
Talking shit.
understands, yeah, the only one that understands, I think, is Selena. Maybe?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember.
Draconic?
No, Perry's on
No, it's the
Dwarven.
Dragar speak. The
Dwarvish.
Dwarven.
I speak Dwarvish.
Oh, then you hear all that.
I didn't think you spotted
Everyone else, he sounds
Yeah,
like
I say it every
overly
time.
confident in Dwarvish.
Can I shout back to him something as he says that?
Talking is a free action.
As he says that, I'm going to just grin and say, yeah, an adult gold dragon and a veteran adventurer prove otherwise. Your thing is scrap and you'll be joining it.
I know, like Prism.
So
You see Liliana come outside, and she is barely. Will come into the forge, retreating from where they just came.
I have issues with shit talkers. How close is he to his guards?
Pretty close, and he's kind of got like this, like the fee fi fo fo kind of sound when he's.
No, fee, fi, fo, go fuck yourself. I cast grease at his feet.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, remember, we have people who need to go into melee.
It's okay.
Well,
As
if it's
a
only
quadruped, I'm gonna. No, you don't.
Nah, it's fine. Like it's hooves with like horseshoes. It's super slippery.
I mean, I can easily target this to where it only hits him and his friends.
You got the spiked hoof things on, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna give you advantage just because that just seems to make sense. That because it's supposed to help you keep your traction. Like,
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it. So I'll give you advantage on the dex.
Okay.
And what are we? What's DC?
DC is 14.
Okay, he fails.
Ah,
And the one guy with the crossbow that kicked Liliana is the only one that made it. Everyone else fell.
what about Valgg?
11.
Yeah, with advantage?
Yes, the other roll was a 4.
Jesus.
I tried.
And there's
That's
no way to
fine.
hit them, all of them, without hitting Valk?
Nope. Especially since he's in melee and they're all large size.
Oof. Sorry.
It's okay.
At least the first one's on his ass.
I'm still
And-
dodging, so
And I will immediately use my bonus action to hide again.
Roll that hide.
It would help if I turned on a light so I could see my dice. I'm an idiot tonight. 21.
I mean, I doubt they even noticed who were casting. Just happened out of nowhere and what the fuck? Oh, he has advantage on. Nope, he's still okay. All right, that's your turn.
Yeah, I'm not moving just yet.
Okay. Harry is next. Harry, you get up. You got the Vegeta anime holding one shoulder thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Valgg charged in.
Was I on Valgg's back? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Give me a dex.
I keep forgetting that.
Dice be nice to me tonight. That's 21.
Okay. Not only do you fall off of Valg's back, but you fall off and don't fall prone into grease. So you are already standing in melee.
In melee range?
Yes.
You're in melee range with me.
I'm in front of this guy.
You're right next to Valgg. He is prone.
Callie wants to run and hide and preserve what's left of my baby. And the Perry wants to
Smash.
Rage.
attack this guy.
Mary can't rage. She's rage.
I know she wants
Too
to,
much.
but she can't. She got too angry.
She needs a rip.
Refraction period.
I said be nice to me.
You have
I said be
advantage
nice to me.
because he is.
Oh. 25.
Callie's like
Hey.
sad and then rolls again.
Sag.
25. All right. And then can I roll for the second attack? Do I
Sure.
get advantage on the second attack as well?
I mean, he's still prone, so yeah.
All right, cool. If I roll the same thing, I'm going to think. Okay. No, the second attack is a 10.
Okay. Well, you hit with the first one.
Okay. I thought my dice were being nice to me, and then I rolled a 4 and a 1. Okay. 6 damage.
Okay. You swing at him, and he reactionally puts up his arm to block it, but your blade slides down, like hits him in the elbow and cuts off a bit, and then he uses his spiked gauntlet to block the second. He looks less surprised and more just frustrated because you guys were like almost down, and you already you somehow did this much, kind of like a bonsai attack. And do you do anything else?
On. She's like holding the her my internet connection is unstable. If my brother is downloading Elden Ring, I'm going to kill that. And she's holding her axe, and she just goes, "Why won't you just die?" And I'm crying, and that's it.
Would she say that in Infernal?
Yes.
He looks like he understood. And he says back in Infernal, "It'll take more than that to kill me, Dave." So the rest of you hear angry German. That's how I imagine Infernal sounding. This Infernal's a very... it's described as a
Hey,
very strong,
I understand Infernal.
fluent language, and German's very good at that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have confirmation from Hera that she says Infernal is German.
You say we're hearing angry German, and my brain says, so we're just hearing German then. Okay.
We're ordering a Happy Meal.
He is a very unhappy customer.
And Abyssal is just a Scottish countryman trying to speak English. That's Abyssal. You know the joke where they
keep
like
this
do an
up, they're gonna-
interview with like a sheep farmer in Scotland, and he's just like, "I died," and you just like you see subtitles in English, and he's apparently speaking. And you're like, "There's no way." Anyway, that's your turn, Barry. You technically haven't moved yet, and I think you have. I mean, you're a barbarian, so I don't know if there's much more.
Well, I could rage if I had it.
This is where I'd have my rage if I had one.
I think at this point, I would provoke an attack of opportunity, wouldn't I, if I left this area?
He already used his reaction. The one guy that's standing on their side, that's right next to you, already used his reaction. Take a Lilian. I believe when you're in Greece, it's difficult. So 20 feet of that movement would be at half. So you wouldn't be able to get completely out of there. Actually, no, you would.
I would. I have 40 feet.
Prism. Since you probably can get the spell up faster than me. What is the radius?
10-foot radius.
Yeah, you would be able to get it. It would just take 20 feet of your movement. And after that, it's...
I say, why won't you die? And then I flip him the bird and I jump out of the grease. I don't want to die.
Where do you go?
Oh, don't ask me that.
Away.
Because
Away.
you move 10 feet back, I understand that one. But then there's a few options. There's a cave, tunnels to the north, to the west. There's going back to the forge, is to the...
I'm not running away. That for sure. I'm not running away. And also, the last time that I was like, hey, I'm going to make sure that I preserve my life, I got targeted by a bunch of arrows. So I'm just going to get out of the grease and then just stand there. And whatever comes may come. Yeah.
All right. Then after you, it is their turn. So he spends half his movement to get up, and so do the other ones that were prone. Valgg is still prone, but he took the dodge action, so it negates the advantage. So it's just a normal roll. The smaller one is going to swing their warp.
Scotty started their turn. They also take it, don't they? Take the saving throw.
It's at the... I just looked it up. It's at the end
It's
of the
at the
turn if they're
end.
still in the green.
That's right. I can never remember because
The
like,
dex
some of them
save-
they're like,
The initial one is if they're in the area immediately
Yes.
once it's cast. But then after that, it's at the end of the... I looked it up because I was like...
I
they're gonna
couldn't
roll
never
everything.
remember because they like 50-50 chance it's at the beginning or at the end. It's always a toss up with Wizco.
Oh, speaking of Greece, side tangent, my orc kind of Greece-based.
Nice.
Not the actual...
Well, both.
I mean, they have the grease slick back hair, which is hilarious because they're orc. But in any case, back to this. Back to this crump. The crossbow guy. Or no, I'm doing the guys that are swinging. The guy that's swinging. Okay. He... One swing. No modification. No modification. 18?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. You take 6 piercing damage
Okay.
as he smacks
Oh.
you. Mary is also the closest threat. No, she's not in melee anymore. So 2 guys with heavy crossbows that are enlarged. I think one's going to fire at her. The other one's going to fire at Elena, who would also talk back to Thunderbolt. So, crossbow. Harry, does a 7 hit?
It does not.
And Elena. Wow. My dice don't want you to die this night, Perry. Elena, does a 21 hit you?
I will uncanny dodge that. Yes, it does hit me.
Okay. Head real quick. Okay, so you only take 5.
Okay.
That's it, half. It would have been
Alright.
11.
Okay.
Then Sunblight. He reaches out with his spiked gauntlet to Valgg. And he attempts to slash at you. 21 and a 9.
Okay, one hits.
You take
I mean, you
eight-
roll normal, right? Because I'm still dodging.
Yes. And take 8 piercing damage with the spike.
Okay.
Becoming visible behind all of you is one of the Drugar you were fighting earlier, very injured. But they have a javelin. They launch it at Valgg. Still in.
It's rolling at disadvantage. Valgg's
Yeah.
prone.
And I'm dodging.
They're still throwing it at you. But they missed.
Prone and dodging. If only double advantage was a
Yeah.
thing. No, let's be honest. It'd be worse. Because then it can be used against us.
And then they take out their war pick. And they are actually about 5 feet away from you. They just appeared out of nowhere. They're not within 5 feet, but they're like just outside.
They're without 5 feet.
Sunblight moves back. And actually, no, he moves back 5 feet. Because he used half his movement. And it's difficult terrain. And he says, bring me their heads when you're done. And the two big guys with crossbows close in, and they cover the area for the double doors going into the hallway, which he's now in. Since they're both large size, they are completely taking up that space for the double doors. So you guys wouldn't be able to move through those. And then next so he passes. Oh wait, he really passes. At advantage, I got a nat 20. And the other two Drugar, the big ones across.
I love the idea of them moving in and then just eating shit.
One of them eats shit. And then the small one that swung their war pick at Valgg also eats shit. So, one dude with the crossbow and Sunblight are the ones that are stinging. And he's just barely in the grease range. Meow. Don't say.
Oh.
Alright, so then after them is Elena's turn.
All right. So how far away are these guys from me?
I'm gonna say 30 feet.
Okay, let's keep it at that. I'm just going to be chucking Sly Blaze at them from a distance.
Okay, the big guys blocking the door, or
Whoever's close, who's closer to me?
The guy that just turned visible, actually.
Oh, all right. I will swing at him then first because he's the most immediate threat.
Yeah, he's about 10 feet away from
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Wait, that's an at one.
Oh no, roll me a d100. And since
14.
It's a soul knife, I would consider it magic. If it says
Yeah, it's
like magic weapon.
Right, it says 14.
Let me promise I won't be. So D&D Beyond. Jan quickly modifies their inventory to have nothing.
Something breaks, I guess.
Maybe.
Okay.
that's really funny. You swing with your soul knife, and you like overswing it with the overdoing the momentum.
Mhm.
As they crazily move out of the way, or they didn't move the direction you thought they were going. And
Okay.
your signet ring,
Hmm.
which I'm not sure if you would actually be wearing it or not, regardless, goes flying
Right.
out of your inventory.
Oh,
Lands on the ground
okay.
nearby.
She doesn't even notice, doesn't even care.
I didn't think so.
Offhanded. Well, not offhand. My second attack.
I will tell you, it was supposed to be a random magic item, but you don't have it.
Yeah, we kind of don't have magic items. We didn't get any yet. All right. Second, smaller damage dice going out. 23.
That will hit.
Is there anybody near him that I can get sneak off of, or
I think the closest one was Perry, and she's not within 5 feet of you for the turn.
okay? This will just be regular toss.
It's your offhand, right?
That was my bonus attack.
Yeah, your offhand attack, bonus action. It's just damage dice.
Actually, no. It's I get my modifier to it as well because of psychic blades.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a 7 damage. 7 psychic damage.
okay. It's enough to kill it.
All right, nice. So the blade actually, when it flies out, it goes into his neck and sticks for a second, and then fades. And you watch all the muscles in this guy's neck just tense up as he starts to suffocate, as the nerves for his for all of his neck and his trachea just lock up, and he can't breathe.
And is that your turn?
That is how close are the guys at the door?
They're 30 feet away.
Right, and is there anybody else I can see who that's a problem?
I mean, there's the smaller one that's in melee with Valgg. They're both prone in the grease.
Okay, they're just laying back on the grease, just like slap fighting with each other at this point.
Essentially, it's a battle of like trying to stand up.
It's hilarious. All right, I'm going to make sure that I have distance away from the big guys. Probably move as far back as I can. Just probably get by Perry and cover her. Just narratively, I can't really do anything else. I'll use my action and bonus action, but that'll be turn. I'll just get near Perry and just try and keep her alive.
Gotcha.
I'll be there to take something if somebody fumbles a roll and hits her. I'll be near her for if somebody rolls an at one or something.
Moral support.
Yep, moral support. But that's it.
River.
Okay.
You see Liliana, like she's probably the closest one to you, as she limps by. I'm not sure
Alright,
everyone else is looking, but she probably looks like top of the list at the ER.
I don't know. Perry's missing this and that. Just been throwing duct tape on her. But I have a question about inspiration.
Yep.
If I use something that required a con save and I used inspiration, would they have disadvantage at their saves?
I would allow you to give disadvantage to one target.
All right, then I'm going to burn my inspiration. Okay, before I do this, there's just 3 of them right now. The Sunblight and the 2 enlarged.
There are 4. There's enlarged Sunblight, the 2 guys with crossbows, and the normal size. The normal size guy has the war pick out, smacked Valgg.
But they're all like clustered together. Looking
3 of
towards
them are.
us. But they're looking towards us.
Yes.
All right. Now I'm going to try this and see what I can get away with. I would use my inspiration point to make the Sunblight have disadvantage on a saving throw. As this is going on, I'm going to reach into my towel pouch, pull out 2 small round objects as I aim the basilisk eyes at them and I need con saves from all of them.
Okay. He normally has advantage, so this just negates his advantage.
As it casts Petrifying Gaze. 12 is a magic number.
Okay. 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 So what happens when they fail?
On a failed save, the creature magically begins to turn to stone and is restrained. It must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn. On a success, the effect ends. On a failure, the creature is petrified until freed by greater restoration or other magic.
You pull out the eye and you go to use that, and one of the guards, I'll say the one that's prone, the big guys that are at the door, his hand, he notices it's starting to harden. It turns to stone, turn to stone, and sunblight behind him. You can see that the gauntlet of Chardalin seems to almost be like growing on his arm, taking over him.
And I'm going to keep holding it towards them.
Mm-hmm.
And how is Valgg looking right now?
Prone,
yeah.
dodgy.
Well, it's looking like a 10, but HP wise, it's an 8. Out of 50.
Yeah. Let's see.
Mass heal. Okay.
I
I think you've done it.
No, I have not.
I think
He
it's
doesn't
your
have
level.
access to that yet. Yeah, no, it's higher than that.
No, I do have it.
No, there's like mass healing word.
Yeah, I do have that, but I've not cast it yet. I've only got 1/3 level slot left. That's why I'm holding that, or if I need to save someone's ass.
Looks at everyone.
Yeah. All right. Bonus action. Healing word on Valgg.
Should be D4 plus your wisdom.
It is, and that will be 7 HP. And that is my turn.
After you is go through. He's in the other room. Yeah, he's gonna his hand looks like it's like going to grab at something at the ground, and you notice one of those many javelins that was stuck in the ground, or stuck, goes near, and it goes, and shoots out in the opposite direction towards one of the Druger, who fails their check, and he gets pinned to the wall. They cast a couple. Actually, that might because he did not cast that upcast. Pretty sure. Ooh. Pretty sure that's going to destroy the javelin.
If he's attacking one of the that are affected, they have advantage on it.
No, it's one of the guys in the tower.
Okay.
Because he's in the forge area. It does not kill the guy, but straight through his chest, like it's coming out the other. And that's not the bladed javelin. He shot through with the blunt end, went through the guy. And somehow still staying. So after hand drew, go back to Liliana.
All right. Um. Hmm. Well, I might as well come and help Valgg out with what's going on. He'll come over and Liliana's gonna come over and stab the guy who's on Valgg.
So you're entering the grease.
Fine with me. I have a damn high dex.
Okay, then I believe it was a DC 14.
I passed it with the raw die roll.
Okay, and it's difficult terrain, but I'd say you're getting thin. And I assume you're stabbing at the prone one.
Yeah. So I get the advantage. I'm glad I got advantage because that was a not one on one die and a 17 on the other. So
Nice.
17 plus whatever.
This is the guy that's starting to petrify.
All right. Well, I'll roll the damage for it. Where's my dice? There it is. All right, he's going to take a nice 20 damage.
Ooh, okay. Not looking so hot.
All right, well, he's not going to look any more hot as I stab him the second time, too.
Mhm.
All right, that is an 18 on the die. So,
Yep.
And that is 8 more damage.
All right, he is dead.
And yeah, she'll look to Valgg, give a nod, and kind of stay there because I can't do anything more.
All right, then Valg's turn.
I'll stand up.
All right, so that's half your movement.
So I have 20 feet left.
Mhm. There's the little guy that was stabbing you with the war pick. There's the
All the enemies are in the grease.
currently, yeah.
Okay. Then I will, because I don't have the movement range to charge right now. Anyway, so I will just attack the warpy guy.
Okay.
And my sword is silvered. I don't know if that means anything right now.
Not currently, but good to know.
That's 16.
16 just hits.
Okay. Still enlarged, right?
You are, I think. Wait, no. Who cast enlargement on you?
I think Prism.
It was Prism.
Grease is not concentration. But what about? Oh no, River's the one using petrify. So yeah, you should be able to enlarge.
Okay.
I don't think Prism's done anything to cancel.
So that's 13 slashing for the first attack.
Okay.
And the second attack, it's an 18 to hit.
18 hit.
Plus 1d4. So it's not letting me roll the d4. Give me a second. It's 12 plus. We'll never know.
Well, you don't need to worry.
Okay, no.
Oh,
Plus 3.
okay. I
15.
was going to say they had 13 health left, so
Oh,
You-
well.
they're dead. So that was your. You used
That was
half your
my
movement.
action. Is there anyone else on melee?
No, but 5 feet away is the last big guy at the crossbow, and behind him is something. And you're in difficult terrain because it's.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go where the other big guy is.
Okay.
And that's it. How much would it have to move? Like 5 feet, you said.
Yeah, so it'd be 10 feet of your movement will be fine.
Yeah.
Because when you're in difficult, it just doubles the amount you have to use of your movement. So if you need to move 5 feet, you spend 10 feet of your movement.
Yeah. Is there a way like to get where that guy is and stay out of the grease, or would I end the turn in the grease?
You and this guy are like at the center of the grease spell.
Oh, I'll do that next time. Because I have to.
Okay. Since you ended your turn there, I need dexterity.
Okay, that's way better than before. That's a 17.
Okay, you're not prone.
Okay, I'm there.
And then
Can we still see that ugly, sorry, the big guy in the back?
yes,
And he moved out of the grease?
he's just barely in. But you're pretty sure he won't be there a few moments.
In for a copper, in for a gold. Blindness. I need a con save from him.
Okay, keep in mind blindness is a concentration spell. And
It,
enlargement also.
is it? I didn't think it was.
It is. So you
Doesn't
can
look like it is.
Still,
You can blind or deafen a foe. Choose one creature that you can see within range to make a con saving throw. If it fails, the target is either blinded or deafened for the duration. At the end of its turns, it can make a constitution saving throw. Success, it ends.
Yeah, it isn't a concentration one.
it is not. Interesting. Okay.
Don't mess with me, Scotty. I'm too
so
tired for that.
He needs a con.
He does need a con
I'm
save.
trying to mess with you. I actually thought it was constant.
You're fine.
Okay. Got a 23.
Can I burn my inspiration to give him disadvantage?
Even doing so, I know he'll, because I rolled at advantage both rolls. So I will say you don't use your inspiration.
Why'd you roll at advantage?
Because he rolls with advantage because he has the thing against spells.
Rugar resilience.
Ah, damn it.
I think about it, all of them should have been. Oh well. It's not special to him. All of them have magical resilience.
Well, in that case, can I use my inspiration to retcon that bullshit?
Sure you want
That's
to
not-
use it for that?
I mean, I rarely use my inspiration points at any other point in time. Now would be a great time to do it.
Okay.
Save me a spell slot.
A green rune appears and like a hand turns the opposite direction and it goes back. So, there's your inspiration point spent. And
Thank you, Dr. Strange.
it was actually
And-
a sorcerer.
Well, he is the Sorcerer Supreme.
The best kind of stuff.
And instead of that, I will go with a lowly cantrip. Toll of the Dead.
But he's already in Greece. He can trip a lot. I'm sorry. I was messing with you. Well, the
I
dead
said-
is wisdom, right?
I said Toll of the Dead, not Troll of the Dead. Yes, it's a wisdom
No,
save.
no, like can trip. Okay, he got 19.
Yeah, that passes. It's a save or suck, so I will then use my bonus action to go back into hiding.
All right. He saw you that time. I thought he'll continue seeing you though.
I'm sure he did. 18 on that one. I'm sorry for my low level of energy tonight.
You are fine. Adorable. But I need this. Like, he's bathing my hand. Oh. Oh. What was the name of that spell?
It's petrifying gaze from the basilisk guys.
Is that the thing that we fought in the tower? Where is that from?
A while back.
Quite a while back. I remember you guys did fight one. Oh, yeah, it was in the tower. The upside down tower.
Right. Okay. Just didn't remember.
Okay, I'm just seeing when they need to make their saves. Wow. Okay. But that's Prism's turn. 18 to hide, bonus action.
Yeah, that's everything I got.
All right. Oh, Perry. A French bee lady appears. I'm sorry.
God, I hope not. Get her out of here. If we're talking about the same bee lady.
There's one big guy left. But him and Valgg are in the middle of the group spell. Sunblight's behind them. Yeah.
Whoa. I guess I don't know, so Perry would know. She's just running on pure adrenaline right now. And just
I think she's running out.
yeah, she's running on the last drop of adrenaline right now. How far away is Sunlight?
Too far away for a charge, just because the terrain. The other guy just able to if you have 30 feet.
So I have 40 feet.
Oh, then Sunlight would
movement.
just barely. Forgot barbarians can move.
All right, I guess last ditch effort. I'm gonna run up to Sunlight and just hit him.
All right, so he's currently which means
Okay.
that you have advantage.
Cool.
I just realized he had disadvantage on his dex save. But you said before he still had.
22 on my first attack.
That does hit. Oh, as you're running in, forgot to mention.
Dex.
I'm going to keep that 22 in mind. As you're going into the grease spell, I do hit it.
16.
Okay, you do pass. So I like to think you just
yeah.
slide in the grease. Use your momentum to swing. That 22 hit.
Okay. does a
Dex
dirty
save.
20 hit. Another dex save?
He's using the thing used on me, the fire thing that tieflings have, I assume.
$16.
Okay, you pass. So you would take 8 fire damage, but because you're a tiefling, it halved again. You take 4. That was the reaction from your first. You're still up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do the damage of the first attack before I tell you what I got on my second attack?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Chooses to take it later.
I was gonna no.
Sorry, that's a Blake joke from 3rd edition. There was a class called Crusader that could literally do that.
That's 12 damage.
Okay.
And then my
You chop.
my second attack is a dirty 20.
Okay. How much damage?
Max damage.
Okay.
15.
Yeah. Okay. He is not doing so good at this point.
I'm gonna tell you guys that's the first time ever with Perry I've hit on both attacks. So if that means anything,
Wow.
and then I can't move, so I'm here.
He spits up some blood, staining his facial hair, and he looks at you all with fury as he disappears. He moves backwards out of the way to provoke, but you have disadvantage because he's invisible.
No, he doesn't.
You
He's
counterspell?
restrained.
That's
He's
right.
also restrained.
That's right. So Perry does not get to do that then, but he's still invisible.
No, he's not.
Counterspell.
You
Counterspell.
counterspell.
My last spell. My last level spell. Yeah.
Okay, he wasted his action doing that then. However, you can see as he does that, he says, "Do not kill him with your servants," as he yells backwards. "I'll double your pay." And you start hearing like these weird like and some like kind of weird
I
noises.
yell in
background.
Dwarvish, I'll triple your pay if you don't do that. Because he said it in Dwarvish, right? So I
Mhm.
understood that.
Actually, yeah, he did. Okay. Coming into view
Oh.
from the room that he came from are
Why?
these ape-like creatures. They kind of look like Beast from X-Men, but they have more of like a whitish gray fur. And they're like hunched over, but they're medium size, and I'm pretty sure they would be taller than Valgg, or maybe as tall as Valgg, if they weren't hunched over. and you notice a bunch of them, and one slightly bigger than the others, and a few of them you can see like mushrooms growing out of their ears, and their eyes are like milky.
How far away are they?
Harry can just see them with her dark. They're into that room where they're headed in the hallway, past the hallway. Her and I think Valgg doesn't have dark.
Oh.
Yeah. So you just be seeing the silhouettes, and I think about it, dark vision. That's even worse. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So that ends what he's doing. So then the rest of those guys move in, and they look like they're starting to move towards you guys, Perry.
They're within
Yeah.
60 feet. I'd be able to see them too with dark vision.
You're further back than her. She's at the double doors because she moved in.
Okay.
In fact, I think he's going to use this. That the bigger Quigoth, as I spoil what they're called. Let me get a picture.
Yeah, have we fought them already?
I wasn't sure.
I remember killing at least one of them.
Oh
Yeah, I think it was
no, you
this
guys did
campaign.
fight them. Okay.
Yeah,
more of
I
these
tossed a
guys.
side knife. I tossed a side knife through one's head.
That's right.
Because we make the comment that they look like the Yetis from the Mummy 3, which is the only good part of the Mummy 3.
Check something.
I liked the Mummy 3.
It was
I mean, to
it
be
was
honest, I don't
okay.
remember it, so like I'm memeing. I don't remember anything about it. Wasn't it Jet Li, the Mummy?
Oh
Yeah.
it was. Oh my god.
Yep, he was the bad guy.
Okay, it may have been more cooler than I thought. Now that I had the image of Jet Li as the Mummy.
It was a Chinese mummy.
Perry is not wearing any.
No, but I have a shield.
That Kogoth's like looks in your direction, and you swear you can see like wave distortions coming from its head, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you as your great axe turns red hot.
Perry. $11.
Okay. That does pass, and you would have took 10 fire damage, but because you're take 5. As
So I
your-
still take the damage.
Yes, the save wasn't for the damage.
See, we see
Uh,
the thing.
You're gonna love when I say this, Scotty. I'm down.
Okay, so you drop your axe regardless of the check.
No, I hold on tight to it and I cry to my mommy. Can I call her? Can she show up?
Okay,
Can Serene just show up, please?
Garfield wants to roll an 80-20. Say hi, Garfield.
Hi, Garfield.
He's like,
Oh,
Dad.
Like
Stop
father,
killing
I have father, I have thoughts. I'm not to be used to garner internet points.
Too late. Anyway, so, cool. Are you sure you want to say you're still holding on to the end?
No, I'm not. I was just joking.
Okay.
I want to call my mom. Yeah,
Well, you're unconscious. So.
I know.
Mom, come pick me up.
Mom, I wasn't ready for being an adventurer.
And you
You
still
were
have
right.
6 days, 22 hours, and something left.
Not if I die.
Or not 6 days, sorry, 9 days. It's every 10 days.
You're really gonna do this to me. If I die, I can't call my mom and tell her I love her. We'll get to it when we get to it. Just play the game. I'm gonna go make some tea.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the other room, kill that blasted hand. More javelins are thrown. Actually, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So, after them, Selena.
My turn? Oh boy. Who else is in
Oh.
this room?
Very important. I forgot to do this. Sunblight at the end of his turn. He's Dawn's, which he has advantage. As the Chardolin starts like growing onto his arm, he just looks at it and he just like crushes his hand like this, and parts of the Chardolin just like break off. He's no longer.
He Dwayne the
restrained.
Rock Johnson's it off his arm.
Yes. Then it's Elena's.
Okay. Who else is in this room that is a problem?
Big dude with crossbow.
Okay.
I think he's
He
literally
is-
the only one left.
He's getting side blades to the face.
Oh yeah, he needs a dex. He's prone.
Okay. Then I will how close is he?
He's about 15 feet away, but 10 of that 15 is in Greece.
Okay, I'll go in there. What is that rule?
You'd use 25 of your movement.
Okay. So I don't need to roll unless I start my turn there.
Oh, as you go in, dex save.
Okay, dex save. 24.
Prism, that checks.
No, she fails it.
Oh, right.
I did.
I forgot. Prism has like 30 spells.
So I don't.
pass it. You pass it.
Okay.
Even at
They're
30,
fucking
you
with
would
you.
pass.
Okay. Is there anybody nearby for me to get sneak off of, or am I just stabbing?
Carrie's
All right.
unconscious, so she doesn't count, but Valgg's right. Because Valgg
Okay,
actually moved.
so
out.
so I don't get it. Do I get advantage? Remind me. Do I get advantage if it's got somebody next to me?
No,
or-
but you do get advantage because they're prone.
Oh, lovely. So first roll. Natural 20 for a 28.
Oh, damn. Okay. Roll me that D100.
All right.
You've been rolling a lot
D100.
of crits.
Nice.
I say I've rolled one. Yeah,
84.
You've rolled 3, I think, today.
Uh,
I'm both crit hits and fails. You guys have done a-
but yeah, it's 84. 84.
Okay. All right. They cannot take opportunity attacks until the end of your next turn.
Provided they're alive.
I doubt it.
All right. So first, the stat roll is 6 and So 17 damage. And sneak attack is
Keep in
sneak
mind,
attack doubled?
all damage dice are doubled from the.
So that's 17 damage plus 14. So that's 30 something, I think.
All right, you stab right in the brain,
So yeah,
splitting the
as-
two hemispheres apart. But no one.
So yeah, as I am actually what I do is as I'm running, as I hit the grease, I just like go down and just slide, and I have one of my hands out, and I just light the blade up as I'm sliding, almost as if the move in movies where somebody uses it as like a brake to turn or something like that, or stop themselves. But because it doesn't, it just digs into the ground and it just carves him from his groin to the top of his head, just like up the middle, and I just keep running towards Perry. I just
you are
just
right next to
cool.
Perry.
Yeah, I just cool slide and then just pop right back up, and I'm just run up to Perry, and I'm just like there. He's like, "Hey there, what are you doing with?" Oh, fuck, more of these things. And
You have dark vision, right?
yeah, I have dark vision. I'm half health.
Okay.
Half health, dark vision.
The ones with the
So I
mushrooms,
can see these things.
you can tell that they're mushrooms because they're giving off a low light that's like green glowing, bioluminescent
Mhm.
kind of thing going. And the one that did something to Perry's axe, which is still glowing red hot, and you can see like the weird psionicness.
Okay, so Perry is unconscious, right?
Yeah.
I am going to stand in front of Perry, and I'm going to try and provoke one of them by throwing a side blade at them. My bonus attack because of psychic blades.
Even closer is Sunblight,
Oh, Sunblight's next. How close is he?
10 feet away.
Okay, swinging at him. I'm just like tossing one at him anyways. Offhand one.
Okay,
That is a 22 to hit.
that hits.
And that is 8 psychic damage to him.
Okay. He looks scared.
Oh yeah, she does she see that on his face?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just grins and goes,
How
"We've killed."
dare you?
She just like grins and just chuckles at him and goes, "Do you know how many Durgar I've killed that had fancy little holes in the ground? We're gonna burn this place to cinders when we're done with you."
Fuck you, elf.
Half, but you know what? I'll take that as a compliment from you. And that's it.
Okay, then after you, it's River.
Well, seeing that he's broke free, I'll put the eyes back and whip back around with the revolver as I cast Eldritch Blast at him.
Okay.
18.
18 hits.
Nine force damage to the face.
How do you end him?
Blow his fucking head off.
All right, so we get Fallout Bloody Mess perk, and he just his head explodes as the Eldritch Blast goes by. Roll me a d100.
Be a 57.
Okay. A few moments later, the crown of made of Chardolin lands on the ground right in front of his desk. It looked like it shot upwards.
All right. How far is Perry away?
From you, you're outside the grease. How far away were you from the doors?
About maybe halfway in.
Okay, so you're about 25. No, you're 30 feet away.
Do I see the figures in the distance?
No.
Even with 60-foot night vision?
Now, 60-foot dark vision, you would see just to the end of that hallway.
Elena, what are you looking at over there?
You can hear it and stuff.
She shouts back, Perry's down again, and there are mushroom things. Doesn't look good.
If I moved up to Perry, would I be able to see it?
Maybe, but she's in the middle of the grease.
If I moved up to the
Pinocchio
edge of the
here.
grease.
Grease is difficult terrain, so 10 of your movement you'd have to do 40 feet of movement.
Sure, I'm blind firing down the corridor.
Okay, roll a disadvantage.
$17.
Hey. Okay. How much damage?
Max damage, 10.
Okay. You hear a yelp, and her axe is no longer red. Funny.
I'm trying to think if I should just stabilize or bring her back up because I'm kind of running out of slots here. I'm going to stabilize real quick. And if need be, I'll bring her up in the next round with the Spare the Dying.
Gotcha.
Can you do 2 cantrips in a round?
But you can use an action and bonus action for spells as long as one of those spells is a cantrip.
Right, and one spell was Eldritch Blast, and the other one was Spare the Dying, which is also a cantrip.
Spare the
It's the
dying.
bonus action.
Bonus action. Yeah. So it would
But it's-
check out.
Okay, so we can. So if it
It doesn't, Scotty. I'm telling you rules. You can't double cast 2 cantrips. Same as you can't do
Eldritch
2
Blast
level
was a
spells.
cantrip as well. So
Yes.
Yeah, you can't double cast.
Yeah.
Sorry, just Eldritch Blast is so OP. I always assume it's.
Yeah. I've done it before, but okay, I'll take your word for it. I'll just guess I'll just hold my position here.
Andrew. Andrew. Gonna do. No, he probably wants. Taking too long. It's actually taking a bit of day. Okay, yeah. All right. So he is going to cast a 9th level spell that no. You probably hear echoing through the place a bunch of screaming. That's interesting. Oh, you moved into the grease to Perry, right? Or
No,
are you
because I
not
just
going to
fired.
because you can't.
I just fired into the blindness.
Okay.
You cast Eldritch Blast at the darkness.
I mean, it worked.
And it screamed.
You know, like the screaming in the forge area is where. Didn't sound like anyone you recognize. Sound like the Drugar. I think it is. No, Liliana's.
All right. So I don't
You
see any
actually-
enemies, right?
You actually see it because you went into the forge area. I think got it.
Yes.
Yeah. Andrew makes a bunch of like, you know how anime they have like a bunch of the circle arcane root spells or whatever. He makes like 9 of them, and they're like float above him, and then you just see like this pink magenta like go out from him, and a bunch of the Drugar in the towers just are like screaming for a moment, and their heads and they fall down flat.
Damn.
I'm sorry, but nothing will be funnier to me than picturing Andrew trying to do Naruto hand signs.
Yeah, that's immediately what I pictured too.
Actually, since it was somatic, he's doing like it's like a blur.
Since he's doing it one-handed, it's a stutter.
He's doing a one-handed version of the sign language Eminem song rap.
It's not a stutter, Mav. It's an accent. At the very least, it's a lisp.
But yeah, Liliana.
All right, I don't see any enemies right now, right?
No.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go.
Actually, wait a minute. My bad. You've seen one. He's barely alive, but he looks like you were the least of his concern. He's not even
Okay,
trying
well,
to
I'm
tend
gonna
to
go.
his wounds.
I'm gonna go finish him off then.
Okay, he's let's see, from where you're at, he's about 20 feet.
All right.
He's not even facing you. He's like looking towards the hand, and he was. God, what was that?
Well, that's an 18 to hit him.
Okay.
Didn't even see it coming. So he takes another 20 damage.
Okay, he had 3 hit points, so he's super. And then there's an eerie silence in the forge. It seems like it's just you and Andrew.
She'll look to Andrew, kind of give a nod to him.
You're not sure if Andrew noticed.
She's just gonna start walking into the other room.
Yeah, he like doesn't really respond to you, but he does like hover towards the towers to see if there's any movement.
It's just hovering there menacingly.
Oh yeah, it's. You can actually see him fairly easily because he has like 3 javelins stuck in it. A hand would normally be hard to see floating in the air from that far away, but you see like a bunch of weirdly angled javelins in there. Essentially. Is that Liliana's?
Yeah.
Okay. Valgg. Harry's down right now. Again.
And I'm with Elena and River, right?
River's outside of the grace back there.
Oh.
They shot the Eldritch Blast from it.
Right. And I see the silhouettes of the thingies.
You can hear it. There's a bunch of some kind of beast in that direction. You've heard him before. You're pretty sure it's like those crazy berserk.
So is there any like there's not a door like can be shut down between us and them, right?
Right. You can hear them, so you know they're about 60 feet away. Roughly. With your big US ears. You can hear it's like maybe 60 feet.
Okay. I'll grab Barry then.
Just a note for the audience. Not saying US actually has big ears, just like sprawling big ears.
Yeah. Yes. I do have big ears though too. I mean not like super crazy big ears, but kind of big. But yes, I also like big. Anyway, I'll grab Barry.
Barry on the shoulder.
Yeah, so I will forget next round that I'm carrying her. again. But I will, like, it's comedically, like, I think it's the third time already. I'm gonna go to River with Perry. It's like, medic.
Okay.
Medic.
Because you move what's your movement? 50?
40.
40. Okay. Takes all of your movement to get out of the grease out of it. And you're like right now.
Okay.
River.
So it's difficult to run because it's slippery.
So you moved 20 feet. You
I
actually
kind of
moved
look like a newborn horse then. Like, okay, so there goes all the badassery I was trying to build up.
It was a 10-foot radius. So you actually only spent half your movement to get in. And then you move a little bit more.
Yeah, I will. No, because picking up Perry is an action, right? Yeah, that's it.
Just try for Futurama and you just go fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Someone else watch it.
I know what you mean. I got you, Scotty. I know what you mean.
Prism.
It's finally all quiet.
Not from where the sunblight came from.
It's finally all quiet.
Do you continue using the grease spell?
Peace at last.
There's no enemies
No.
in it anymore.
Yeah, no, I was about to say no. I'll go ahead and dissipate the grease spell in the
Can
concentration.
you do that?
I think it takes a bonus action.
Nope, dropping concentration's free.
Oh,
Well, son of a.
But wait a second.
I've said this.
But the grease
I've said
concentration.
this multiple times. Yeah,
I thought
grease is-
I thought the enlarged was a concentration.
no, grease.
Oh
is
no,
not
grease wasn't.
concentration.
That's right. Grease. That's right. Grease is not a concentration.
Then you're gonna drop it, right?
I believe it's.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I think
you
it's just
can't.
there.
You
I
can't.
think
I
it's
think
just
you
there. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
and that's it. Like, there's grease there. You have to deal with it.
It's only for a minute, so
No.
that maybe another 45 seconds.
Okay.
That's when you probably notice with your passive perception 14 that actually sounds like like all combat has really stopped. Like you don't really hear anything in the forge area. The only thing you really hear besides everyone else here is those Quaggoths in that room beyond the hallway.
Okay. Well, I'll at least move a little closer.
That's
If
when
I'm-
when you start to see the silhouettes if you get to the doors.
Oh, lovely. I'm actually more interested in something else.
Mhm.
Could I pull an Arcana check on the crown?
Yeah.
I would love to do that, good sir.
Do you want to pick it up?
Not before I do my Arcana check.
Okay.
I want to see if I can tell if it's magical and or cursed before I touch the damn thing.
It's probably both.
Well, let's hope with a 25 that I figure out that answer.
You see that he has a lot of gear on him that is made of Turdolin. A 9-spired crown, but all the spires are partially broken off. A suit of chainmail also made of it, and a light gauntlet made of.
Okay.
Besides that, you can't really tell just from looking at it if it has any additional magic. But he was wearing a lot of.
You know what? I'm going to go with my gut instinct and not pick up the crown.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So I guess I'm just holding my position, I guess. Taking a breather.
Harry. Since no one has attempted Able you yet? Needed that.
Fuck!
If you say nat 1,
She's still fine. She has one more saving throw.
Was
She
it a
needs to
nat
make.
one?
It was. I could take a picture of it.
No need, I believe you.
for the love of
So you have 2.
Wait, would you
failures.
lie
Let me
about
take a
that?
picture of it. It was slipped right behind my drink.
I'll
Hi,
say,
cat.
even though Perry is unconscious, you all hear like her throw up, and it's like a bunch of blood.
Ugh. She makes this Minecraft Steve noise so whenever they get hit.
Oh, I was thinking Roblox. Ooh, but it's like slowed.
I was thinking anime, so it was awful.
Yeah, it's the anime blood. Like, bleh.
It's like way too much blood.
It sucks because it went all over Valgg's humanoid back.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I did no such thing.
it's warm.
You said Prism, not Perry.
Yeah, you said Prism, not Perry.
Prism, give me a concept.
To be fair, you said Brazier earlier correctly.
I did.
Yeah.
Seriously,
proud of you.
I was like, if my brain was a computer, it was like 90% memory was on that word to focus on saying it. Anyway. That's Mary's turn. So. Robots move forward. Those of you within the door can see them move up. And the bigger one that was using psionic sees his dead body there and looks up at all of you, seeing what like it looks like it's true.
Oh, can I use my free action to say to talk? Sorry.
What do you say?
I'll look at my group and say these guys are mercenaries because the guy that Elena just killed promised them pay. So like, just
I
say
didn't. River
Did-
killed him. I didn't.
River. Oh,
Yeah,
then
River blew his head
yeah,
up.
so- oh yeah. I don't know.
I'd
I'm
still be
getting,
standing there with my.
I'm getting
revolver
the kills
pointed.
mixed
What do
up.
you,
Yeah,
what do
say,
you say this in?
Huh?
What language?
In common. I'm trying to say like to my
US.
friends.
Oh, he's
not
talking to us. Okay. I was like, are you talking to them or us?
Yeah. Basically, I'm looking at Liliana like, don't kill them.
She is. However, like you say that to her, she's already kind of like staring him down. Like she never looks on edge, but she's not attacking.
Like probably we can avoid this and like.
He gets.
I mean, I'm not gonna shake Barry in front of her, but like.
He's at the entryway to the hallway. He's like at the opposite end of the hallway, 30 feet away.
So is he like? Is he like square with me or? Because I never moved yet.
Well, yeah, he's like the southern end of the hallway. You guys are the northern end of the
Okay.
hallway. And there's a bunch of other Korgoths with him, and the ones that are covered in fungus and stuff seem to be moving slower, so they're.
I'm just saying they're employees that they probably don't have like a super interest in hiding now.
He like tilts his head, does like a weird purr,
Elena just looks at him
like a
and just
panther
says,
purr, where you're like, "This is not a friendly purr. This is a
"Right."
contemplative." And
When
suddenly 4 other versions of him appear. They're just all like flavor. He
When
doesn't do anything.
Sunlight spoke to him, did he use Dwarvish or
Dwarvish.
common?
Use Dwarven.
All right, Elena's going to just look at them and just go, "Your boss is gone. We don't have any quarrels with you, but if you want to pick a fight, we're ready to go. Here's a call. You can have the rest of what's down here."
They say, Round 1. In very, very rugged Dwarvish. Round
Hmm.
1. Promise pay.
She looks around and then just gestures with her hand.
You pay. You live.
She just smirks, just looks around, just gestures widely with her hand, and just goes, "What better pay than a new home?" We don't want to stay here.
Translation for the non-dwarfly inclined.
I'll
Okay, well-
translate in common as Elena
Purple 1.
does.
Look
For the rest.
tasty. Give purple 1 as pay. Let rest
Wait.
go.
Okay, wait. Wait, is he talking about Perry?
Definitely looking at unconscious.
Okay,
She's
so we kill them.
periwinkle.
Liliana, forget everything I said. Like, just kill them. It's fine.
Okay.
No.
He only sees
Take
a
whatever-
certain spectrum. So
Elena
Tell them they can
says-
take whatever riches they have in this castle.
That's what I was trying to offer, is they could have the castle. Elena looks at him, just her eyes narrow, and goes, "We don't bring her back.
Not happening.
It says we don't bring her back. Gold dragon comes, burns you all to death."
roll me an intimidation.
All right.
Garfield watch.
21.
91.
21. It's no way I'm getting that high.
Fine. Don't like Rugar, but much payment here.
Hmm. See, everyone wins. We live, you get a new house.
I think that was their turn. So it
Mhm.
actually is your turn. So they don't really do anything else.
Okay, so they're not moving hostile towards us or anything like that.
They use their movement to get to that doorway. But he cast a psionic on himself to make a bunch of people dead. Seems
Okay.
like more of like a cautionary defensive.
Right, but they don't like that they're going to attack us or anything. They're just going to let us do what we need to leave.
Yeah, the rest of them seem like the ones that are covered in mushrooms seem to be looking to him later.
Okay. Right. Lena looks back and everybody just goes,
In one hand, they're holding a severed arm
Hmm.
of some unknown human.
Arcana check to see what that is.
That's cool. That's what it is.
18.
It appears to be more plant than it.
Hmm.
You don't see any like sinew or bone on it. Instead, you see what look like a bunch of like veins on like a leaf, essentially, which is like really.
Okay.
The arm itself is very green, gray.
Right. Okay. Lena looks at the other and just goes, all right. They're going to take the rest of this place. We can leave.
So like, I don't want to be Debbie Downer or anything, but like, I'm trying to push all the berry wounds, but she keeps bleeding. I'm bleeding. I don't know whose blood this is anymore. Can you please help heal her?
Yeah.
Are we still on initiative or?
River, we're just gonna skip to your turn. You like go up and stabilize Perry, healer, whatever.
I will.
There's no grease or anything impeding now. You can just go up.
Yeah. Which one heals for more?
Can't you
I'll use-
stabilize her with a good medicine check?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just use a
Cantrip
level
would
one.
guarantee it.
Yeah, let's not jinx it.
I was gonna just go ahead and do is a level one cure wounds.
Do that.
So she would come back with 12 health.
Yeah, I was about to say your life domain. If they're at
Yep.
0, yeah. So Perry, find yourself in a very familiar place at this point.
Prism, get the hut ready.
And I'll say for now we're out of it. Goths seem to slowly back.
It's
They are
just
still looking.
Let's just back into the
But
forge,
they seem
close
to
the
move
door.
backwards, so you guys like out of there, and you notice that this room that they're in, since you guys are getting close enough, those of you with dark vision, would see that there seems to be like a big. Maybe there's a bit more to it.
So we just back into the forge area, close the door, and let them have that area.
And there seems to be a slouched over figure in the middle of the.
That's for tomorrow's problem.
They are very glowing. They aren't moving that much.
Sounds like
Liliana
a
starts
nap
walking to the
problem.
figure.
We need a long nap, then we can deal with tomorrow.
Liliana's already walking towards the figure.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was muted.
Gazoon tight.
All right. So you move down through this hallway.
We're leaving the opposite way of what the plant people were, right? I want to double check that.
Okay,
before.
Yeah.
you're not going towards. You're
No,
not going south. You're going the
I'm
other way.
leaving for no. I'm leaving them to their own thing.
Okay.
We're talking about going back into the forge area, away
Yeah.
from the
Okay.
conflict.
You move back. You guys move back to the forge area, and Andrew.
Yeah, one second,
comes
one
floating
second,
over,
like,
and he like shakes.
did
off the
anyone-
javelin.
Did anyone recover like the part of Perry's horn that it's not longer on Perry's head?
It's inside the gut of that monster.
It's inside the Umber Hulk. I don't think we're getting it out unless we just gut it.
Let's just close those two doors right there. Prism, get the
Mhm.
house ready.
Have a sword.
Andrew's like, and goes, hovers over towards the Umber Hulk dead body, and it goes, and like the body starts to shake uncontrollably, and it goes, and the horn comes flying out of its stomach as it casts catapult on it. It's flying out.
Hell yeah,
Jeez.
Andrew.
Don't you have to see the object to use catapult on it?
He has blind sense.
It's a hand.
Your horn is very damaged from both stomach acid and catapult. But
You can
it's
still make like
ricochets
a
off the roof
healed.
and somewhere.
Oh shit.
Do you want that reattached?
No, I don't want to reattach it. I want to make a hilt or a necklace or something that's metal.
Harry, you barely recognize it. This
I can.
It's like a she has like the ram horns. So she like takes it and it's like the swirly bit, and I'm like,
the skin, the periwinkle skin is gone. It's just bone. Like the acid burned that up and stuff in the roll. That's why I said you barely recognize it as a horn. Little on your
Could mend it back onto your head. Aesthetic reasons.
no, I'm
Man,
fine. I think that it would be good to. I think it would be good to, like make something out of it.
Yes.
I'm bleeding
Make a long sword.
profusely.
We're all bleeding.
How about
This
a nap?
this
But
was
that
an
would be
awful
nice.
idea.
Actually, I was gonna say I wanted before we go for a nap. I want a few people. Anyone paying attention to Liliana, just give a perception roll.
at the highest passive, that isn't you, is Elena's
Yeah.
with a 15.
So
The
probably
lowest
only
is a
Elena.
10.
Probably only Elena would notice. Probably at that point, then
Elena's
Liliana looks
15,
perfectly
Prism's
fine.
14.
Liliana looks perfectly fine to Elena. Like there's blood on her clothes, but she looks fine.
Okay.
Ugh.
Damn.
Over at Perry, I think she's got like a black eye.
Oh, she's bleeding. There's just there. You really can't even recognize her anymore.
She's more blood than barbarian right now.
Yeah.
That's why I wear a he- that's why I wear that's why I wear plate armor, because I'm bleeding on the inside.
Thumb
Yeah,
falls off.
they told me that the bleeding was internally. That's where the blood is supposed to be. But there's blood everywhere.
Air goes in and out, blood goes round and round. If either one stops, fix it quickly.
Andrew floats there patiently,
So-
wondering what you guys are gonna do.
I'll turn to Elena. Like, so
He's got a bunch
What's the
of stab
plan?
wounds in him, but no blood coming.
Can I hug Andrew?
Yeah, he floats
Your
down.
arm
There's
might
a hug.
fall off.
Elena just breathes heavily, just like slumps to the ground, like just sits there and just goes, "Ugh." We rest, we go out, we see if Perry's dad and their bard friend have killed the metal dragon, and then we go from there. Sunblight's dead. She gestures over, just like limply gestures over to where his headless body is at. It's like, so they can't repair it, I'm guessing.
it
And
sounds
the
like a
lady-
plan to me.
Yeah, and the lady upstairs didn't really give a shit. I hope she enjoyed her freaking show, she shouts angrily to nobody, apparently.
You want to piss off
Um,
someone else.
Suddenly, as you guys are down the forge area you left, you hear the yelping stuff of the Kogoths, and they're running out of that room. And you guys can see through the double doors that they're moving north. They seem to be moving towards the cave system.
Running as in like
Running
yay,
away.
or running as in like oh no.
Like, oh no, like some of them are bleeding, two of them have javelins in them and stuff.
I'm starting to climb up the
And
rope back upstairs now.
do any of you stay to see what's going to happen, or do you guys go towards?
Liliana was watching. She's
I'll
scared.
I'll keep up the rear with Lily and just see what's going on.
Because I think we have to wait for Valgg to climb the rope first.
Yeah,
Oh, shit,
horse,
yes, I
yes.
move like a 1/4 the speed when climbing.
A few more,
hoist the horse.
a few more Drugar appear coming out of that hallway that leading to the room the Kogoths were in. Two of them look kind of injured a little bit, scratch marks. The Kogoths, and you see with them is a female Drugar with a tiny little pseudo dragon named Ardolin. She says, "That seems like you did a good job." As she like has his crown.
Elena just like does a little chuckle and just goes, "Oh, and it seems like you got a nice show out of it all. So I guess everybody wins."
I believe you still have a dragon to deal with.
If it's still up and going. Why now?
I'd rather not have it come back.
Are you taking over? Because I think the Kogoths might have an issue with that.
Well, the Kogoths can serve me here, or they can die.
Yeah, either way, they still get their end of the bargain. They'll still get a house.
I already killed their little.
So long as nobody else gets any funny ideas about the surface and about conquest, we should be all right, I guess.
I have no interest in your tender.
Well then, Elena just gives her a
If
little.
you want to make it official, ahem. And one of the Drugar come over, and they got a stone tablet and a chisel and hammer, and another one has it's down on all fours. They put the slab on his back, and you see that it is a contract in Dwarven.
Which I can read.
Very quick skimming. It seems to be a peace agreement.
I'm going to look over this thing for any kind of like funny little loopholes that let them do shit that is like, we don't like.
All right, roll investigation.
Investigation.
What are the rest of
22.
you do? This is going to take a while. Reading through the
Liliana's staying
contract.
with Elena because she's not letting her be alone.
I got a 22.
Like I said, this is going to take a while. When I say a while, I mean at least half hour.
I'll just look at Barry and be like, remember when like our worries were like about the giant penguin that turned out to be the Exalfron of like the person of the party. Those were the
Yeah.
days. A week ago.
Good times.
Those were the days.
A week ago. I want adventure, and you know, I wanted to prove my parents wrong about me, and look
What
at
do you
me.
mean wrong? What do
Me
they
and
think
my-
you are?
aren't you?
I mean, I was a lot of trouble back in Waterdeep. I seem to be a lot of trouble anywhere that I go.
Trouble. Like I will point at the room full of blood. Our blood, but blood nonetheless.
At this point, you notice her and her Drugar, which actually a lot of them seem to be the same ones you saw upstairs. That were not with her. Seem like they're with her. Are going into other parts of this floor, and they seem to be rallying up other Drugar, and seems like they are giving the option of either being under her rule or they are banned, or die if they try to resist. And it seems like a good 75% of them are just choosing to be under her banner.
Okay, so that 22 on investigation, does that yield anything?
After quite a while reading thoroughly for this very long, very surprisingly small chisel dwarven text,
Mhm.
it essentially states that her clan and any clan under her alliance, will not purposely attack any surface dwelling territory unless provoked by hostile invasions by surface dwellers.
Mhm.
And that she is actually offering all peace at arms to visit her owned territories, as long as you don't show any hostility, have a weapon. They will treat you like any other visitor, aka could show up and buy and sell goods.
Okay.
So it's pretty much a contract of neutrality.
All right.
Not saying you're friends, but not saying
We're not enemies, and that's what's important.
Right. Elliot just looks it over and just goes,
you notice it specifies specifically who guys for that second.
okay. But for the rest of it, it's just 10 towns in general. All right.
You're not sure how, but she
Yeah.
has all your names.
I'm not going to think too much on it.
Maybe Sun's Blight spies.
Yeah. As someone who's used to wet work and psychic stuff, she's not going to think too much on it. She's like, all right. And we'll just chisel her name onto it. And she, that anybody who wants to can roll a perception on her as she's doing this.
Yeah, Lily got a dirty 20, so she knows probably exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
You left on purpose.
No worries. Assuming nobody else is there.
I think the group right now are me and you in the bottom, Perry and Valgg, and River on the top.
Right.
River being very impatient and wanting us to go.
Yeah. Lily, you notice that she gets to her second name, she just has a little bit of a blink, or she has to her last name, I guess she does a little bit more. She just has a pause, shakes her head, and just taps it out as a wind raven. And she looks at her and goes, sorry about the others not getting their names on it, but they're kind of beat after everything in every sense of the word.
Prism. Go back up very time.
guess if she's when she gets back or next time, I guess, yeah.
Next time. Yeah, the draw. Yeah, all the way towards the entrance. You notice that as you open up the double doors outside of the mountain, it's cold. So do you decide to stay out on that mountain side path, or do you just stay like just inside the? There's a lever that you need to open and close.
I'm not like a cat, so I'm not gonna go out and then come right back in. So I guess I'll just wait there in the entryway.
Okay. After all of this, Elena, do you sign?
I was tapping out my name with the chisel, so I'm signing it.
Okay. You notice that there's only one signature needed, but the signature is like representative of your.
Okay.
So you were taking responsibility for it, essentially.
Right.
So yeah, you do that. She seems okay with this agreement. It's the tablet, and says, "I'll be sending you a copy of the contract." And
All right.
I know you
Appreciate
surface
it.
dwellers would rather have it.
Yeah. I know it's a little bit out of the wheelhouse down in the Underdark, but you know, just shrugs, just not really sure what to say else now. She goes, "Sorry, I'm tired."
Oh, as I would expect
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
after everything I've done here.
Mm-hmm.
As you see, some of the Drugar are taking the other dead bodies out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, they're not. Most of them are, but some of the Quaggoth, ones that are still there.
Right.
Then for that, you guys leave.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
let's head
We'll
out.
meet up with the rest of the group.
Long rest.
She lets you know that you guys can leave by taking the elevator, and take the elevator by going south through X18, then through X19, then X21 and X22. X22 goes up to 6.
Right.
So as you're waiting up there, you hear like chains and mechanization going in the other.
Right.
Okay.
And that's when the rest of the
Would we say that we go out and River would cast the bubble for us to take a long rest?
I don't know why we go out. We have beds in this place that we could use.
Did she say whether or not she'd let us stay, or?
the contract did specify that you all
Yeah,
would be
we're in-
treated as neutral parties. So you're
Right.
not sure if you'd be allowed to stay or not.
There.
You might have to ask permission.
Right.
Let's just say we did, because
Yeah.
that would have been
let's-
something.
She would allow you guys a
Right.
There we go.
for the next 12 hours.
Yeah.
But she does warn you. Are you sure you don't want to hurry after that?
Well, unfortunately, most of us are barely holding
Yeah.
together.
If we even made an attempt at it right now, we would probably all die
Of exposure.
of exposure first. If animals and dragons second.
That's fair. Just don't blame any of my clan. What happened?
We won't.
She, because her double snootiness.
She goes, we won't. The guy who did it is dead, and plus, if anybody is to blame, it'll be Perry's dad and his friend for not getting there in time.
So
Meanwhile, in the Mojave Desert, they're still looking for the dragon.
I should have taken a left turn
So-
out, Ricky.
in X3 is where those rooms were.
Yeah.
There's just enough room in each of them for like one of you. They're like studio part. Not even studio part. They're 10
They're
square feet. room.
I was gonna say they're prison rooms.
They seem that way to you guys. Drugar, this is cozy.
Just because it's not. I mean, just because you're used to it being one thing doesn't mean it isn't the thing.
So you guys, what do you guys do? Take a long rest?
We need to take a long rest. Like I can't heal from anything.
Yeah, long is good.
I would be barricading myself in the room.
Okay.
Pretty sure I'm the only thing that fits in a room.
Like an HRT team would need to get me out of there.
I'm gonna charge my cell phone and try to contact my dad, even though I know it's a lost cause.
It says charging, finished, able to be used in 9 days.
Hey Perry, after a long rest, I can contact your dad.
Okay.
I just need a long rest to change my spells.
Okay.
Meanwhile, during your long rest, do any of you,
Don't
I
do
assume
this.
you all are sleeping at this point. Because
Sleeping, curled into a ball, crying.
late into your long rest.
Yep, definitely sleeping.
Yeah.
Lots of weeping.
Yeah.
The town of Hull, one that you guys have not gone to. It's one of the smaller, more insular of the 10 towns. People are going through their when a child sees something in the distance, and they're like, "Mommy, mommy, what's that?" And they goes to look, and he in horror as she goes and grabs her child and runs inside. When as she gets into her house, a shadow here, big flying shadow appears over top, and a yellowish white beam shoots down at the ground, goes "Brrr," and it burns through the snow, through the ground, hits the building, and like burns through it. The building like starts to fall apart, and then somebody else yells, "Dragon!" That's Rowan.
But do we sleep? That's the
Yes,
question.
we do.
Yeah. No, you guys are getting your long rest.
I mean,
Oh,
we don't
yeah.
see any of this.
No, it's off camera.
As I said in the chat, in the words of the amazing Screw on Head, damn you, patience.
How can you sleep while innocent women and children are dying? Soundly,
Easily.
apparently. So
This is
can
why
go
we
ahead.
called him.
I mean,
Oh,
hey, you can make an owl without breaking its
it
legs.
goes to the inside of that house, or what's left of it. She's holding her child, and she looks injured, but the shrapnel, but the kid doesn't harm. She's like, "My God, Thorn, are you okay?" As she looks over at her husband, he has a mad look in his eyes. That's where we.
I was
Oh,
half waiting
God.
for you to like pan inside and just see two like burnt skeletons there.
This isn't-
This is a
Vox
psychic
Machina.
dragon.
Yeah, I was about to say, this isn't Vox Machina episode 1.
That's not really spoilers.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
at this point, not really.
Anyway, I think we will go to Bloods then. And I think we'll start with Valgg, and then he can choose who goes, so on and so forth.
Oh, that's a lot of responsibility. I'm an artist, so I draw stuff. Because I'm an artist that draws. I'm an illustrator, whatever. So like, can I like talk about the thing, Scotty, or it's a secret? Okay. Ooh, exciting.
Well, we might be working on something. It's nowhere. You're like, seriously, it's like 1%.
Yeah, I know, but it's super cool. I'm loving it. I'm an artist and I draw a lot of stuff. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter. I'm pretty sure I have an Instagram. and I'm like 8 years late. But watch Gravity Falls. Like I finished it yesterday, and it's like the best thing ever. So do that. That's it. Next one, Liliana, because
All
you're right
right.
there. I was looking at you.
Hi, I'm right here. I'm Vex. You can find me on my Twitter. You can also find me this week potentially on my own channel, Fractured Moon D&D, where hopefully we'll be running, but as is, I don't really know. You know, it's kind of a toss-up sometimes with my group. So yeah, come check us out on Fractured Moon D&D. You can also find us every Tuesday and Thursdays, every other Tuesday and Thursday on the opposite week, with Callie in one game and Aya's game in mine. So come check those out. It's a blast. That's it. That's all. And let's go Callie next, because
Makes sense.
just mentioned
Hello.
her.
Hello. Well, you can find. I don't know what my hair is doing. You can find me at
That's a
Cap
mood.
Callie on Twitter.
Mood.
What's happening today? We're all awful at this.
I run a game. It's called Unwritten. It happens every other Tuesday. We're on a break right now for the season finale, which was last week. If you want to see that, it's a VOD on Vex's channel, Fractured Moon D&D. Very good. I liked it. There was a lot
was
of
amazing.
stuff revealed, and I cried 3 times, and I made Aya cry once. So, yes. But I really like running that game. If you would like to see it, or if you would like to be a guest on the next season, let me know. Just tell me what fairy tale character you would like to be, and I'll be like, okay, I'll fit you in. Jeanette was the Great Pumpkin from the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. So literally anything you bring to the table, I'll be like, yes. But yeah, that's it for me.
Who's next?
Oh,
Next,
Jan.
what's up, Gone? Yep.
Hello, January_silence here. I'm pretty much everywhere. You can find me on Twitter, and I do have a Twitch, but I don't use it yet. I might in the future, who knows. I'm also on DM's Guild, where I post stuff under the alias The Sphinx Library. I've got 4 homebrew up right now, and hopefully by the 31st of March, I'm going to have a new project up on ttrpg, which is a passion project of mine that is a love letter to the wonderful trans community and everybody in it, because as a trans woman myself, just I want to put something in there that is just from my own heart, you know, and this is a nod to all those transformation stories I used to read as a kid. And it's going to be a cleric domain it's the change domain cleric, and it is going to be 2 new spells in it and a new magic item. Aside from that, I want to use this sign to boost my friend Amara, aka @BurgerMama on Twitter, spelled BURRGER. She does pretty much most of the art I get for the covers of my stuff, except for the times that I'm able to get Lluis. And it's just wonderful work. I totally recommend her stuff. Also, check out Backed Channel 1 on YouTube, BACT is how that's spelled. It's where you can find myself, Saege, and Lluis on Thursdays playing the Dark Matter setting from Mage Hand Press. We're doing a lot of weird time shenanigans. Some of the episodes aren't all the way up yet, but it's still, what is there is still really good. You get a sense of our Guardians of the Galaxy kind of group. And one more person I want to plug, because they released something really cool this week, is our friend Dylan Ramsey. They released an adventure that's part of a larger project called Uncaged Goddesses. Dylan's adventure in specific is about the Fury. It's basically a set of adventures for tier 4 play for 5th edition D&D that is all centered around some of the evil or neutral goddesses of the different D&D worlds, from Forgotten Realms to Eberron to Theros, with a bit of a feminist twist to them. And Dylan's is about the Fury in Eberron. It's really cool. I recommend anyone who can check it out. It's great. Personally, aside from the Fury, my favorite is the heist you get to do with Joaquin, the Joaquin adventure, and the Luthic adventure, because I'm a sucker for orcs, because they're just so cool. But that's all I got.
All right. I think that was everyone. Dr. River, do you have any closing thoughts?
Hello, everyone. Good night, everyone.
All right, and that's where we'll go with. So, thank you all for watching, and we'll see what happens to Dugan's Hole and the rest of 10 towns next week. Maybe. Who knows? Party might be sleeping. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Hi, everybody.